One True Picture. As the first program in a series of programs on the power of the written word, during this month of March 2011, the Richard Wright Center for the Written Word is remembering and honoring the contributions of Jewish Americans to the American Civil Rights Movement. In view of the Wright Center's mission, this remembrance and this honor are appropriate. Richard Wright, the African-American writer for whom the center is named, faced and overcame numerous obstacles while growing up in the Jim Crow South. As Wright records in his autobiography, Black Boy, even checking out books from the local library was a challenge. By the 1960s, enough people, black and white, had decided that enough was enough. And their united efforts led to the passage of the Civil Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act, and the freedoms that we enjoy today. The part of the story that is too often left out is the contribution that Jewish Americans have made to the civil rights effort. This contribution is vividly illustrated in the photo posted here. Taken during the historic march from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama. Pictured from left are Rabbi Avraham Yoshua Heschel, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Reverend Ralph Abernathy, Rabbi Maurice Eisendroth, and Rabbi Everett Gendler. Rabbi Eisendroth is carrying the Torah scroll. Significantly, this is the same Torah that Jews have carried throughout history, proclaiming in black and white, "Justice, justice you shall pursue," and insisting in black and white that this justice be equitably administered. There shall be one Torah for the native born and for the sojourner who sojourns among you. This is the same Torah that proclaims, "Send my people out so that they may serve me." The same Torah that tells the story of the Israelite exodus from slavery to men to service to God. The same story that inspired Dr. Martin Luther King to lead his people toward the promised land, described in his "I Have a Dream" speech. The triumph of the civil rights movement came at a heavy price. Churches, synagogues, and homes of civil rights advocates were attacked. Here in Jackson, Mississippi, Rabbi Perry Nussbaum's home and synagogue were bombed. 3 civil rights workers, 2 of them Jewish Americans, and 1 of them an African American, paid the ultimate price. Andrew Goodman, Michael Schwerner, and James Chaney were murdered in Philadelphia, Mississippi. Dr. King also paid the ultimate price. Why was such hatred poured out against these and others in the movement? They, like Dr. King and the rabbis, were carrying the message of the Torah, a message which Yeshua of Nazareth, another rabbi, affirmed, and the essence of which he summarized as follows: "Hear, O Israel, Yahovah is our elevated one. Yahovah is one. And you shall love Yahovah, your elevated one, with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your resources. And you shall love your neighbor as yourself." Those who carry this Torah message, those who seek to walk it out, to bring the kingdom of heaven down to earth, have always been singled out for persecution, have always been hated by those who seek to abuse, oppress, and enslave their fellow men and women. For this reason, the tyrants of history, from Nebuchadnezzar to Sargon, to Antiochus, to Titus, to Mussolini, to Hitler, to Ahmadinejad, have always sought to destroy the bearers of the light of Torah. So when anyone, black or white, tries to incite you to hate Jews, you can figure that he is acting against the elevated one of Israel. You can figure that he wants to abuse, oppress, or enslave you. And he knows that the Jews and the friends of the Jews and the Torah message that they carry stand in the way of his evil scheme. Now let me direct you once again to the men, black and white, pictured with the Torah scroll. These are righteous men. You have heard the story, you have seen the photo. May one true picture refute 1,000 lies.
Here's a packet of clothes for you in the morning.